So this last weekend, the legendary hip-hop group The Roots had their annual Roots Picnic. This always goes down in Philadelphia. They've been doing this since around 2008. And as you guys can see at this event, they have 2 stages for music and 1 stage for podcast. And the reason I bring this event up today is because, as you guys can see right here, that man DJ Akademiks had a main slot on the podcast stage this last Saturday, and he ended up going viral after very few people showed up to his show. Here's the first tweet I saw where they say only 8 people reportedly showed up to DJ Akademiks' live show. Along with this video, it doesn't have any sound, but as you can see, he's up there, you know, in presentation form. The show is currently going on, and as you guys can see, there is very little interest when it comes to the crowd. Actually, a couple people there look, you know, a little bit ashamed to be there. Look at this guy walking in with his head down. He's like, you know, I shouldn't be here right now. And with DJ Akademiks kind of always being that guy that's known to clown people when they do flop, and he's also the guy who has a lot of personal beefs in both the hip-hop and just internet space in general, people found this lack of a crowd at his show to be absolutely hilarious. I found this other video that kind of shows like an alternative angle. He's apparently interviewing somebody named Little Boom. I'm not really privy to who that is.
Things when it comes to men and women in hip-hop, which I didn't think it was going to be.
And as you guys can see, there's a little bit more than 8 people there. I would say, you know, there's maybe around 50, 60 people in this crowd.
Well, most women...
And so Akademiks was getting absolutely cooked because people were saying this was very reminiscent of the Smoke Perp situation that we covered last year, where pretty much no one showed up to Smoke Perp's show. It was looking like a high school dance out here. You know, the high school homecoming that nobody goes to. It was looking like that. And Smoke Perp actually ended up being so ashamed that people were showing up to these concerts just to record the lack of audience there that he ended up canceling the rest of his tour out of pure shame. So people were basically saying, man, Akademiks, Smoke Perp got more people than you to come out. Now what I will say is, in Akademiks' defense, as you guys can see here, this man started his show at 8 p.m., which you would think would be like the prime time. But as you guys can see right here, at 7:30 p.m., that man Lil Uzi Vert went on. And so for the general consumer who bought tickets to this event, it's like, am I going to take my chance to see Lil Uzi Vert, or am I going to see DJ Akademiks' podcast? I would think 99% of sane individuals would go see that boy Lil Uzi Vert. But before I show you what Uzi's crowd was looking like, I did kind of want to compare what DJ Akademiks had pulled compared to some of the other people on the podcast stage. And I see right here that Angela Yee was actually the one to be on that stage right before Akademiks. For those of you guys that don't know, she used to be part of the Big 3 on the Breakfast Club before she left earlier last year. And she has her own podcast, so let's see what her audience was looking like. Now, you can't get a great look at the crowd here, but you can kind of hear the feedback to what they're saying.
Some things that we want you guys to participate, okay?
Yeah.
So the way we did... All right, who says true? Who says false?
This is the only little pan we're going to get to the crowd.
I want to tell some stories.
But I would think there's definitely under 100 people there just based on the noise they're making in response to what they're saying and the questions they're asking. And you guys also have to keep in mind, Angela Yee's podcast is much less successful than DJ Akademiks, so the fact that even she drew a bigger crowd than him must have really been a punch in the gut. And then Akademiks actually decided to jump on his live stream to try and defend himself against this internet slander.
Took the L to Uzi. I'm down. I'm down to take that. Cause I would have went to watch Uzi shit. The whole thing about 8 sounds great. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, if you ask me, I think it was about like peak. I'm just talking about peak. I'm not talking about all who came in. Like, peak, maybe 200 to 250 people were there.
And I would love to see him produce that video where 250 people are actually standing there in front of him listening to him talk.
The 8 shit's kind of cap, you feel me? Let me see. Oh, no. Like, this is like, again, this ain't really nobody type shit, but this is like...
That's not 250.
Yeah. So it's like, whatever. I don't give a fuck, bro. Hold on. You know who's driving this, right? Who's driving the narrative, right? It's the Youngboy fans. They want me to say, Dirk flopped and I flopped. Dirk flopped and I flopped. Hey, okay.
Yeah, him laughing about this whole situation kind of has the same energy as this meme right here.
I'm gonna take my flop. I'm gonna take my flop. I'm taking my flop. Okay, I'm taking my flop. It's cool. And the reason why is because when another nigga flop, I don't like hearing excuses. When another nigga flop, I don't want him to say, oh, my label ain't pushing. When young boy flop, I don't want to hear him like, oh, my Instagram wasn't up. I don't want to hear it. So I'm going to stand on my flop and I'm going to take that shit. I caught the flop and I took the L.
I mean, at least he's admitting that the optics of this do not look very good. And I just wanted to show you guys what was going on while DJ Akademiks was performing to those 50 people with that boy Lil Uzi Vert show. Because obviously this was going to be a lot more entertaining than a Little Boom interview. So as you guys can see, that boy Lil Uzi was getting absolutely lit. Everyone in the crowd was having a great time. And there's got to be a couple thousand people there to see him. So I guess what I'm saying is it's not like people didn't show up for this event in general. They really just didn't show up for DJ Akademiks and he got, destroyed by Lil Uzi. Here's just another little clip where they brought Fat Joe out on stage. And I guess what I'm just trying to show here is that, there were sizable crowds at these events. And then upon digging a little bit deeper, I thought, well, what was going on the next day because this was a full weekend event. Specifically, I wanted to see what was going down on the podcast stage. And I see who else than Charlemagne the God would be on the podcast stage at the very same time this next day. So then I thought to myself, what kind of crowd did Charlemagne draw? And so I went to his Instagram and I found this video.
Y'all looking beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Now listen, we're going to be out here for a little while longer because I know all of us want to go see Usher. Usher's at 9:15 and they got us 7 miles away from the concert stage. So it's going to take some time for us to get over there. Who y'all been enjoying so far? Who been y'all favorite?
Akademiks.
Y'all looking beautiful, man.
But yeah, as you can see, he's definitely at least got a couple hundred people there, maybe 1,000.
Beautiful.
Now listen.
And, I guess he rocked the stage, okay? He went off with his Brilliant Idiots podcast. Now, I won't lie, did they do DJ Akademiks a little bit dirty with these show times? Absolutely. When they pitched it to him, they're probably like, oh, you're getting the prime slot, you're getting the 8 p.m. And little did he know that boy Lil Uzi Vert would be tap dancing on his grave. Like, even over here on the next day, they gave Charlemagne the respect of not letting Usher go on until 9:15 p.m., so there would be a lot of people at his show. But yeah, when you were the guy always talking about flops, and then your show's out here looking like this, and there's well-documented history of it, it's just really not a very good look. Like I said, the optics here, they're just not in DJ Akademiks' favor. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other flops out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!